Did you know that the raven, the bird, abandons its nest when it lays the egg and leaves its chicks? For the most part, the adult ravens leaves its chicks to fend for themselves. So who feeds them? And the Torah actually uses this context. It says, who prepares food for the raven when its young cry out to Hashem and wander around without food? But before we get into it, good morning, everyone. And thank you so much for joining me here on a brand new episode of Shar HaBechina. Now, ravens are unusual parents. When the eggs hatch, the adult ravens often abandon the nest. And at first glance, that sounds really cruel. But if you look deeper, you see a hidden plan from Hashem. While the parents are away, the droppings of the babies in the nest generate worms. And although that is gross, those worms do become food for the hungry chicks. What looks like neglect is actually divine design and kindness that's built into the very fabric of nature from Hashem. And the lesson? That even when no one is there, Hashem is already prepared the solution for you. Move from the skies to the seas, and the same wisdom plays out. The oceans are filled with billions of fish and endless harvest that sustains nations. And fish produce in massive numbers, ensuring there's always life in the waters and food for mankind. On one level, it's practical, survival. But Chovos HaLevavos teaches that it's more than practicality the way you think. It's about Hashem's wisdom and kindness being so obvious, so woven into creation that it cannot be ignored. And then there's something even more interesting, the peach pit. Yes, the peach pit. Have you ever held one in your hand? It's harder than wood, almost like a piece of armor. You know that squirrels can't crack it open, even with their sharp teeth. Even saws struggle to cut through them. And that's because Hashem designed it as a vault, as a fortress to protect the seed inside. The future of an entire peach tree depends on that tough as nails casing. But here's the miracle. The very thing that nothing can break open, soil, time, and bacteria can do that. Once the pit is buried, it opens on its own and the new tree emerges. Interesting, right? Strength and vulnerability perfectly balanced for the sake of life. But put these pieces together and you see one truth and one truth only. Hashem didn't just create the world and leave it to chance. He programmed purpose into every single thing. Worms in ravens' nests, endless schools of fish, the hidden power of a seed, all of it. All of this stuff that we're talking about testifies that nothing in this world is random. And here's the takeaway. When you start noticing these small, subtle details, you start noticing Hashem. And that's not just for the spiritual, elite kind of people. Chovos HaLevavos says it's the duty of every single person. The more we recognize Hashem in this world, the more we can love Him. So the next time you see maybe a raven flying around or a fish on your plate or even hold a simple peach pit when you're done eating the delicious fruit, stop and think. This is wisdom. This is kindness. This is Hashem. Thank you everyone for joining me here today, and I love you all.